Mother freeze. Okay, we back again with another episode of just let's see. If I let Tariq say it, SL ain't gonna run hard on me. You say
no, I ain't gonna run hard on you.
So this is a good one for y'all guys because it's My Price is My Price Part 2.
My price is my price.
Part 2. So I got the professional boss man over there, SL, and sit next to him is yours truly, Manny Fresh. And yeah, man, let's get into it, man. My price is my price, man. We had a good feedback on the first one, but we had to do a part 2.
Yeah, we did, because we were talking about that and we were getting into it and our time ran out. So we figured the best way would be to do a part 2 to My Price is My Price, because we all deal with this.
Yeah.
It's something that is one of those difficult challenges as a creative entrepreneur. And whether you just starting or whether you are experienced in the game,
right?
I'm sure even people like on at the highest level still question, I wonder if I'm charging enough.
Yeah. Or pricing myself over the market.
Right. Which I struggle with every day.
And you don't want to do that. But there are some things we have to consider as businessmen, right? I mean, and not just creatives, because I feel like creatives get so trapped into, I love the work so much. It's not about the money. And
that's what somebody commented on under part 1. They were like, well, if you love what you do and you're passionate about what you do, it's not about the money, which is cool when you single and you don't have no kids.
Yeah.
When you're single and you don't have no kids, no dependents, you just living life to the fullest.
Mind you love doing your career. We wouldn't call it work, right? Because it's something you love and you turn it into a career, right? But it's still a business. You have big marketing agencies and creative agencies. These are businesses. And what we need to understand is creativity is a skill. It's a skill. We just think anybody could be a creative. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
Anybody just can't be a creative. Not everybody have creative juices and all that. That's why you have to do commercial ads and show people what you can do with certain type of stuff. You know what I mean? How can you manipulate something, lighting and this and that, and create what you want to create? This is a real skill, guys. This ain't nothing you just born with. So creators could get trapped into, I love what I do, so I don't have to think you work 3 jobs.
Yeah.
I guarantee you work 3 jobs and you just do this on the side. I love what I do, but at the end of the day, I'm still a business person. So there's things we have to consider to do what we love, what we do.
Yeah, we call them operating costs.
Yeah. Since we love what we do so much, we have to fund what we do. You know what I mean? To continue to do it.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So one of the things as a business person, what I consider is my expenses off the bat. Every business, small or big, that's one thing I want to talk about too. Taking out the word small in your business. Yes, we know it's small, medium, and big businesses, right? Based on income. But sometimes the word allow you not to operate in a big way. All businesses go through net and gross.
Right.
Small or big. You know what I mean? All businesses. All businesses have expenses. You know what I mean? All businesses need certain things to thrive and to be successful. If you continue in the mindset of, I'm a small business, then your business will never grow. You're a business person. So consider insurance. Let's go off the bat. You have equipment, you need indemnity insurance for these stuff or whatever might happen, content insurance for these things. If someone come and steal all of your stuff, then what? So your expenses is the first thing you think about. As a self-employed person, you pay NIB for your business and yourself.
Yeah.
And now NIB is partnering with inland revenue. So if you're making over $100K, you have to pay for your business license. These things you have to consider also.
Right.
And then you got to consider things based on the lifestyle you want. If you want sites, medical insurance, dental insurance, if you have kids, life insurance, you know what I mean? Certain type of stuff. Those are the stuff you consider your expenses when you're doing prices. Now, these are the prices you do when you're starting off and you're like, where is my starting point? How should I start pricing?
Right.
And then for creative, you have Lightroom, you have Photoshop,
your tools.
You have, you know what I mean? You have Adobe, you have DaVinci, Final Cut, so much stuff. You have to consider, and every month some things get deducted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they are the first thing you consider when it comes to pricing. We don't just price off of air. Like, I feel like this worth $5,000.
No, you're right. You're absolutely.
That's what a lot of people think. You know what I mean? Because they don't look at the creative industry as a business. Because
no, very true.
When you go, because it's so blinding that when you go into Super Value, you buy a can of tuna for $10, or I just going overboard for $10, and you say, why it costs all that? Import fee. That person, you know what I mean? Rupert consider all those stuff. You ain't a business person, so you ain't considering these things.
Yeah.
Some consumers don't consider the expenses. He considering importing. He considering the trucks that go and get the stuff. He considering custom. He considering his light bill. He considering all the utilities in the place.
Employees.
He considering employees.
Yeah.
Like, these are the stuff you really have to consider in business.
Yeah, all businesses have an operating cost or the cost to do business from your administrative standpoint to your tools or your equipment, your gear, to software, to how you manage your clients. All of those things come at a cost. And so when you operate, you have to think of, or when you're charging people for different things, you have to think about what does it cost every month to be able to run my business.
Right.
And the client has to contribute to that through operating costs or a service charge or service fee. And like you said, like, I don't know, people pick different percentages, but you pick a percentage of what your operating costs would be, and you reflect that when you're pricing your work.
Right.
Because you have to use your cameras. Your cameras have to be insured.
Yeah.
You have to use your computer.
We would want it to be insured.
Right. Your computer runs off electricity and internet. So you have to take into consideration how much you spend on your light bill, on your internet bill, things like that.
If I have to drive to different locations, that's gas.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's gas that you got to put, and then you have to maintain your car. You got to service it to be able to have your car on the road. You got to license it. So all of these things.
We are a business.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Your vehicle, and say what you want to say about America, right? Yes, taxes are one of the most detrimental thing for them, what they say, right? But it actually work in their favor. Because if you LLC your business in the States, your vehicle becomes your company vehicle now.
Yeah.
Your office space, you could measure your office space and get tax deduction from that. I could go into a meeting with you and I could put that as a business meeting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But over here, we don't do none of that. So you have to get compensated for what you do. You know what I mean? Someone will tell you, hey, we doing 10 locations today. And you say, oh, okay, you put in the gas fee for all that. Hey, why that's so high? You know, gas going up, right?
Yeah.
Everything going up.
The cost of living.
The cost of living is going up, and everyone else wants you to stay down. You know what I mean? Stay down. I know the cost of living is going up, right? But stay down. You know what I mean? But nah, that ain't how it
But that's what you have to consider, when you're building your pricing. You have to consider your operating costs. You have to take into consideration your skill level. You have to take into consideration time. You have to take into consideration gas. You have to take all these things. And then on top of that, how good are you at what you do?
Yes.
Right? And so for you to be good at what you do, you have to be paid for that. For you to be able to do what you're good at doing, that comes at everything that you do comes at a cost. At a cost. And even if you just starting, even if you just getting your skin in the game is what they say.
Yeah.
There has to be a level that you come in at to be able to make a profit from what you do.
And that's what I would say. I would say anyone who just coming in, consider the minor things, so to speak, like NIB. You have to consider that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have to consider insurance for your gas. I mean, you have to consider your gas, and I would say the per diem also, because you have to eat. That's your lunchtime.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So those are the small things I would say consider if you first coming out the gate. The way you would love to see yourself living. Now, I ain't telling you your clients gotta pay. Don't go charging a client whole medical insurance bill. No. Me personally, I do like a 10% out of my expenses. Right? So if I get about 5 jobs and 10% of those 5 jobs, that's 50% of my expenses I could already pay.
That you're already, you know what I mean? Pay for right away.
I could already pay for right away, and I could continue to run my business the way I want to run my business.
Yeah.
I mean, so there's a simple thing. So
let's get it.
Let's get into it right now, because we have some subtopics right here. How to stand your ground.
So, I mean, Manny, I've learned a lot from you in terms of sticking to your guns, standing your ground when clients question your pricing. Mm-hmm. And one of those things is, well, for me, I think a lot of people go through this, is, your work is above average, mm-hmm. and you operate at a high level, but people don't want to pay for that because they want mediocrity, because there's so many people selling mediocrity.
Yeah, so acceptable.
It's accepted now. And so when you come at this level that's higher than everybody else, it's a shock, because people say, this is not what we wanted to spend. We were expecting you, a low level or a low figure, or, things like that. Some people, not everybody. Some people will be shocked by what you charge, because they don't quite understand the things that you have to do to be able to operate at a high level.
Yeah.
And so, when people question your price, what are some of the things that you have done in the past that have let a client know, okay, Manny is not budging. This is what he's going to charge us, and either we want it or we have to move on. Well,
I had a real conversation with them. It's all about. I feel like in business, all of us are salesmen.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't fault nobody to say why, because it's their money, right? They need to know what their money are going towards, or whatever it may be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I don't want to spend no big money on nothing when I know that I could spend less somewhere else.
Yeah.
I know the last time I said something about the experience, right? And it took me until the age of 21, I think I said that a first class person on an airplane fly on the same airplane as me.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that. You know what I mean? I thought first class was a whole different airplane. You know what I mean? And look at us, me and you, when we go to the theater, we go on VIP.
Same theater.
We can look down and see the other people. They watching the same IMAX. You know what I mean? The same IMAX. They are comfortable with their popcorn and everything. But look at us. We could push a button and the waiter come to us. We could say, hey,
experience.
Can I have the sheet? We could put our foot up.
Yeah.
We could lay down. We have lights. We have menus.
Yeah.
That experience. I don't have to wait in line. Oh, my movie started.
Yeah.
No. I can say, hey, give me popcorn.
You're paying for the experience.
You're paying for that experience, you know what I mean? So what I tend to let my clients know the experience that they're getting.
Of course.
You know what I mean? Because
of course.
I did a consultation with a young lady. My consultation fee, I have a fee for my consultation, $75. Might go up. But anyways, right?
Big one.
But what I presented to her, she was like, this just a consultation? She said, you need to go up on your price.
Yeah.
Because with my consultation, based on what you told me, I put a storyboard of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of dangerous, because someone could take that and go to someone else with it, because it's literally a storyboard of what you told me.
That's kind of dangerous, man.
Yeah, it is. You know what I mean? But what it does is this. If he do this only for a consultation,
imagine what the end result is going to be like.
Exactly. Yeah. You know what I mean? She told me she wanted people to interact with a different store. So I pulled pictures together and put it in the package. It was like a own personal Pinterest. You know what I mean? So when clients doubt my pricing, I just kind of educate them on what you're going to get for this price.
Okay.
This ain't no guy who telling you, hey, $5,000 and let's go shoot and all that. No, I like to, like you like to stage your stuff. You don't like to run and gun.
No,
we like to know where we're going to shoot. We like to see where the natural light is coming from and really do directing of photography. You know what I mean? So when you show people what you're capable of and they haven't seen it nowhere else, and this is just a consultation, they'd be like, listen, I think we're paying for, besides your website. Yeah. Right, man. You can look at the website, you go into my website and boom, it hits you right there. You know what I mean? Yeah, so when people kind of fight with my pricing, I just educate them a little bit.
No, I think that's the best approach to take when a client is being insulting or when they're ignorant or if they simply just don't know.
Because people can simply just be ignorant to the fact.
Yeah. No, I believe in education. I believe in... I'm a little bit lazy in that regard because I really
you just wish you shouldn't do it, right?
No, not that, but I wish my work spoke
enough for you.
I wish my work spoke enough. I wish my work would be one where if a client looks at it, they automatically know, man, I can't go to this guy joking around. Like I know he's going to be expensive. I know just from how his work looks, I know it's not cheap. And again, piggybacking off our last topic, small town mentality, we aren't exposed to spending thousands and thousands of dollars for photography, for cinematography. Only now that the market is growing, people are becoming accustomed to spending bigger budgets for premium work. Yeah. But you have to be able to put yourself in a position based on the work that you've done or your track record. Hey, this is why I'm charging what I'm charging, and I'm not going to budge from that. Yeah, because I'm not going to devalue the work that I'm doing.
And you're a business person. And that's just simple. You're
and you have operating costs as a business person.
Exactly.
And I think people just sit on the outside and be like, Manny's sitting at home waiting on me to call him to give him this job. So I could give him anything and he probably would take it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's just like ridiculous.
Keep a little money.
It's just ridiculous how it's ridiculous how people. It's one thing to negotiate, right? Yeah. It's one thing to want the best value for what you're paying for. That's completely normal and completely within your right as a someone who's buying a service. But when it comes down to when you want to pay next to nothing, or you want to, I've told people before, I'm not going to send you a quote because I'm not going to be the cheapest option. Yeah. You're asking for quotes because you want to compare pricing. Yeah. I am not going to be at the low end. I can tell you that.
Yeah, let's just say
I wish people would just from the jump not waste time by acting like they want to pay for the best, but don't want to pay for the best, right? It's a huge waste of time. And sometimes you just have to be like, well, I'm sorry. If you want to play, you're going to have to pay.
The thing is, SL, if you go to any business establishment and they don't want a certain caliber of people there, let's just say someone goes into Super Value and they shoplift. You'll see their picture on the door saying they do not allow this person in. Yeah. I don't know why creatives think that we don't hire and fire our clients. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then this is why where I go back into, I feel that because we put ourselves under the small business, we just need to call ourselves business
owners.
Yeah, that's it. Owners, yeah. Don't say small business, because a small and a big business has net gross, expenses, all these stuff. We have one of our topics say, build a wall around the industry. You know, the first thing every creative need to do, just the first thing they need to do when consider pricing. Every creative right now who's watching this need to say, I need my equipment insured. Do that.
Right now.
That's the first thing.
Yeah.
If all of us say, I need my equipment insured, go to the insurance company, get a price, and take 10% of that price and allow that to be something you charge in. That's a great start. Because guess what? If your equipment get damaged or your equipment gets stolen, what you could do? GoFundMe? What you could do? Start begging someone. People don't see the value of your equipment.
Have a sauce out.
They really don't see the value of your equipment. So they'll be like, what are I helping them for this for? Because they already see the industry small. It's just a camera.
No, you're right.
No, that's a big deal for that person. You know what I mean? You know how much horror stories I heard with people's stuff getting stolen and all that. And it's not that they don't want to get it insured. All of us would want to get it insured. It's because we're pricing ourselves without considering these things.
Yeah, so we may not be able to afford to we have to buy the camera and then we have to insure the camera on top of that. I think that people don't think about those things when they price in.
They don't.
Because the client shouldn't have to think about those things. But what if something happens to your equipment? What if you can't afford to put gas in your car to get to the shoot? What if you can't afford to keep the internet on, which allows you to send emails, engage with new clients, send out work,
your client should never be thinking about that.
No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. That's your job as a service provider to be thinking about that. And the smart thing to do, like you said, is to be able to charge us a percentage so that you're able to maintain or run your business. And if more people thought about that, if more people took into account, what do I need to, at minimum, to operate my business?
Exactly.
And everybody on that level came in with similar price points, there would be very little, Manny charging me $2,000.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that.
You can't come in at $1,008. No, I can't, because Manny and I have similar operating costs.
Exactly. See, I tell you, if we do it right now and say, every creative right now, at the sound of my voice, insure your stuff. You know how much people ain't insured?
No, I know that. I know that.
And these are things they ain't considering. You know what I mean? They just...
No, because Manny, to be honest, because they can't afford it, because they aren't charging what they should be charging
to afford it.
Right. People, you have to look at the economy too. Like if I save up enough money to buy a camera, a new camera, right? Because I'm going into business as a photographer on the side or full time, and I buy the camera, and the camera costs $5,000. The camera doesn't cost you $5,000. You got to bring it in. You gotta you have to pay shipping and handling for that.
Right.
You have to bring it in, and then you have to buy a lens to use with the camera.
Yes.
Batteries to use with the camera.
Yes.
SD cards to use with the camera.
Yes.
If you shoot artificial lighting, you need a trigger to fire your lights. You need all these things outside of just the camera body itself. Right. And so when you invest
big one,
$6,000, $7,000, $8,000 into a system,
right,
you better believe in your mind. For me, I'm thinking, man, how I can pay this off. I'm similar to Stan, because I would say, I want this lens. This lens costs $3,000. How quickly is it going to take me to pay that off?
Yeah.
Is that one job? And it has to be a job that I know I have for sure. I can't be going off wishful thinking. Okay, yeah, I can be able to pay this off in a month. Let me get the lens, right? Or a camera body, or a new computer. How long is it going to take me to pay this computer off? And so you once you understand the level that you operate at, that should give you a foundation for what you should be charging.
Yeah.
You have to understand that level, because if you coming in little to no experience, and you can't be comparing yourself to somebody who has had 20 years of experience in the game.
No.
Right? And has a great track record, consistent record, and it's produced quality, influential, impactful, and iconic work.
Yeah.
You can't charge the same as that person.
No,
you can't.
Definitely not.
You can't.
Well, the industry wouldn't allow you to. Like, even the clients wouldn't allow you to do that.
Yeah.
Hold on, pause. Did the thing shift?
What?
You hear me good?
Mm-hmm.
You hear me clear?
Yeah.
You can hear yourself good?
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out if that's my headphones. Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay.
Good?
Yeah, I think it's the headphones with the freak out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is why we have to build this wall around our community, because people will keep taking advantage over those of us that have no education on the operating cost, on the cost of our resources, the gear that we invest in, the software that we invest in, the time that we put into doing our work.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, that was a for sure.
Yeah, listen to me. So I guess that's the first thing for all creatives, your operation costs. I watched something. I was subcontracted to do some drone shots for the new port opening, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching some behind the scenes with Bodhi, and she did, and she's like, "This is the reason why we charge what we charge." You know, she was backstage early.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even though you might say, "Hey, Manny, I need you from 10 to 2." That don't mean I arrive 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? I have to consider setup time.
Yeah.
That ain't your job to consider that. And I don't expect you to consider that. I'm the professional.
Yeah.
I know how long it would take me to build up the set you need or whatever. So 10 to 2, you know what you're telling me? You're telling me 8 to 2. That's what you're telling me. You know what I mean?
Really, yeah, really and truly.
You're telling me 8 to 2. I have to consider everything in the back end. So when I doing my pricing, I'm considering these things. You're not considering these things. You know what I mean? Now, when you come into battling of the price, that's when I have to tell you all the things that was considered.
Yeah, but
which it should never happen.
You should never have to do that. Your work should speak for itself.
Yeah, but then that's where research come in, right? Because everyone asks me, "Hey, Manny, you ain't get no tattoo?"
Yeah.
At all?
Yeah.
I was like, buddy, listen to me. I love my skin. I love my skin. I always wanted a tattoo from I was 16. I told my woman, "Hey, can I get a tattoo?" She's like, "Just study it, see whatever, blah, blah, blah," and then make that decision, right?
Right.
I've never gotten a tattoo because back then, the tattoos I see was on people skin. That's garbage.
Yeah,
I'm not going to put something permanent on me. So I did my research and I found this guy on TikTok. Amazing artist, but he in LA.
Yeah.
Right, man? $10,000 just to go see the dude. You know what I mean? That's who would be doing my tattoo. You know what I mean? And when I go to him, I go in for the work he has already done.
So you saw his work, and did you find out what he charges, or you saw his work and in your head you were like, "This guy is high end"?
Of course. If I show you that right now, you'll be like, he's top end.
Yeah.
But I messaged him, and then when he sent me all the guidelines, and I was like, "Jeez."
Yeah. But
I say, yeah.
You paying for the best.
Listen to me. I would pay that in a heartbeat because there's something permanent on my skin. I mean, I don't care about the laser. They could do laser removal because sometimes that is leave scars.
No, you're right.
I am thinking about getting a tattoo that's going to stick with me
for life. For life, yeah.
You know? So I did my due diligence and study, and I don't care what the dude was charging. If I am not fitted to pay that man, move on. Or just don't get the tattoo.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So these are the things we have to consider. The level of clients really have to consider the level of the professional you're going to. And one thing I say we didn't add it onto this, but I could just put this right now, segue to it. Stop trying to make a professional mediocre.
Yeah.
Don't do that. Like you go to a professional person and then you have arguments.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you have arguments and then you start devaluing your own worth. Oh, I'm just a small business. I don't need nothing too big. All I could see is big. I'm a professional.
Fire flames.
You know what I mean? I see the best for you. That's like a coach, right? You could do it. A lot of people need a spotter, and that's someone in the gym to help you.
Yeah.
You could look at this weight and say, I can't lift this. But do it in the box.
Yes, you can. I can help you.
You could lift this.
I can help you, yeah.
You could lift this. And everyone could, I like to give these illustrations. Everyone could relate to illustrations, you know what I mean? You could look at your business and say, this ain't gonna make it. And I say, hey, you do the right commercial, this business could fly.
Yeah.
But you can't see it. And a lot of time you don't see it because you're looking at the money you have and you be like, I have that money. You have that money. You know what I mean? You have that money to spend. Or you willing to take the risk. Everything is risk, right? But then when you're talking to a professional who have a great team, who know how to market these things, who could do SEO for your business, you know what I mean? So it could be on top of Google pages and let you spread your wings so everyone can know your visibility. These are the things you pay a professional for. Do not tell a professional to be mediocre.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Like you don't question like why a pilot's flying a plane a certain way. You don't question why a captain is piloting a boat a certain way because they are the expert. You rely on them.
You just sit down.
So exactly. So when you come to a creative and you say, hey, I want to do a shoot that showcases our doctors in different parts of the hospital, what would you do for that?
Yeah.
And so then you come back, okay, this is going to cost you $10,000. It's going to cost you $10,000 because I'm going to do all of these things to get you the best shot possible. Mm-hmm. And if more people thought that way, if we continue to educate each other as creatives, then that's how we would build or solidify this wall around us because now everybody's education is on the same level in terms of how you're operating your business. And when everybody's on the same level in terms of operating your business, because we all understand, hey, these photographers are at this level, these photographers are at this level, and these photographers are at this level, then you don't get people coming in that are going to infiltrate or put chinks in the armor or put cracks in the wall because everybody's operating at the same level. And and the only way we're going to really get to do this and the only way we're really going to solidify this is through education.
Yeah. And we got to want to be professionals.
That
big one.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Manny.
Listen to me. I met this guy by the name of Brett Davis.
I know Brett.
Listen to me. And I've only met him once, only once. And if anyone asks me who I think is the best drone pilot in the Bahamas,
without question,
I see his work, I've never seen his work.
Yeah.
We work alongside each other, but I wasn't around looking at what he was doing. The dude have his Part 107 license. He have his radio station walkie. He could radio in the towers. You know what I mean? He could fly at the airport. The dude have his jacket on, flight simulator jacket, so you can know what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm trying to get Brett is $1,500, right? That's off the bat. He don't care if you want him for an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He don't care if you want him for an hour. He could fly anywhere in the Bahamas. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere without his drone tripping out saying it's on the runway. You know what I mean? Do it, Ben, and do his stuff. When you hire him, he fill out the FAA.
Yeah.
He fill out those forms, which I started to do too, being contracted. He fill out those forms. Some people just go and fly those drones. You ain't supposed to do that. You're not supposed to do that. If y'all don't know, now you know. You supposed to send an email in and they send you all the forms and you sign up, say the date, the date you want to fly, which area you want to fly, what type of drone it is, the model number, all these things you fill in, the insurance you have, and then they charge, I think, $180 if they approve. Y'all just be throwing your drones up.
Yeah.
See, these are the things. See, we have rules in the Bahamas and we ain't enforcing them. When we went to LA, me and Leo, we went to LA and he hooked up with one of his friends and they wanted some photo shoot done. we was going to sightsee in this area, this field, something like what we call it over a national park.
Okay.
But when we told them what we're going to do, it was a separate fee
Right.
because he met up with one of his friends and they wanted to do some photos there. To scout round, we could have do that for free.
No, of course.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to do photos now, we had to pay
Permit.
for that.
You need a permit. Mm-hmm.
See, and these are the things we need to start to implement so people can see what these things worth.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and we take it seriously.
And say what you want to say about America. Yeah, they tax us or whatever, blah, 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 blah. But they know how to get tax return. I know as a business person, if I get an LLC and I go in a meeting with you or a consultation, I can get tax right off.
Yeah.
If I am my house and I make a certain part of my house my office, if I measure that, that's a tax write-off.
Yeah.
If I go away for a trip, that's a business
trip. Yeah.
You know what I mean? We have to consider these things too.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
I'm driving to you to do a consultation, that's a business move.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this off air. You know what I'm saying? If you say, hey,
Wow, Manny.
all these things we have to consider. I'm telling you, we don't consider these things.
No.
When I bring if you go and rent a gas stateside, you better have insurance.
No, you have to.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We do things over here so small, you know what I mean?
Town mentality.
And we don't think of trying to be professional. We don't think of let's get bigger. It always worked this way. My pastor said something that blew my mind. He said back in the days, they used to cut the turkey in half, put one half of the turkey in the oven, and they bake it. He said, throughout the years, everyone started doing it, you know. That's what they grew up doing. They see Grammy did it. Cut the turkey in half, put it in the baker. Until one day, someone asked, Grammy, why we do this? Why we cut it? You know why she used to cut it? Because their baker was small.
I think you just could go with some deep philosophical.
No, that's it. But that's what we do now. We don't want to be professionals. This is how it's always been done.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everything's going up, gas going up.
But you know what I always say?
You know what I mean?
You know what I like to say? People go into business to become professional at being unprofessional.
Yeah, but that's Bible. It always been done this way, so we should keep doing it this way. We don't understand why it was done this way. Someone could back then you get a tank of gas for must be 50 cents.
Yeah.
And you expect me to operate the same way to survive?
Yeah.
Now?
Some people don't. I had a client who booked me for a job 6 years ago. Mm-hmm. And they kept putting it off. 6 years later, they called and said, hey, you know that shoot we were supposed to do? I'm ready to do that now.
Yeah.
And I said, that's fine, but the cost of living and my expenses have gone up. So you're going to have to pay a difference. And they didn't quite understand why, because they had already paid.
They felt like they paid.
Yeah, they had already paid in full. But 6 years ago, the cost to operate my business.
Was it really 6 years?
Yeah, 6 years ago.
Oh, wow.
The cost of doing business 6 years ago has increased.
Yeah.
Well, it was at one point then, but now it's increased exponentially.
Yeah,
now
6 years. Jeez.
And I don't. There's so much things that we need to educate ourselves on when it comes to being and operating as a creative, especially. I mean, and then there's operating as a creative full time,
right,
or operating as a creative part time.
Part time, yeah. That's the problem too.
I feel like it's an issue. I mean, let me not say issue. I feel like creatives who have where your creative job is your side hustle and not your main source of income, you charge whatever you feel like charging because you have that steady stream of income.
Yes. So you
could charge anything, nominal to a client because, hey, at the end of the day, you still have a paycheck. You're still getting a paycheck. But what you're doing is you're undercutting the people that are doing it full time.
Up the industry.
And you jacking it up because people say, "Oh, I could go to Sean, I could go to Nico, I could go to Kato, I could go to Roddy because they ain't gonna charge me what you charging.
Of course
they
not.
won't charge me what I'm charging because this is my sole source of income.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a full-time job. I don't work for this company or the next company.
A company will pay my national insurance, my health insurance.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Right.
And so that's another thing, that's something that needs to be addressed and accounted for, because the client, you can't look at somebody who's doing it part-time and think that somebody who's doing it full-time are going to charge the same thing. There's no way. Somebody who's doing it full-time as their sole source of income, not working 2 jobs, 2 full-time jobs.
Yeah.
They're working in their creative field full-time.
Full-time and all be all. Yeah.
It's so frustrating, man. So because I feel like that has to be the main reason. Hey, I got this paycheck in the bag. I don't need to really push pricing like that because I already getting a paycheck.
Yeah.
See, I doing this on the side to make a couple extra dollars. Mm-hmm. So they only charging a couple extra dollars.
Right.
They're not charging full price for what they should be doing because, hey, I have my paycheck coming every month or every 2 weeks or whatever the case is.
Listen to me. Everyone love professionalism until you become professional. Let me explain. I
sound like my saying.
Listen, I could talk to the ladies.
Okay.
Ladies can understand this. Ladies, have you ever made an appointment with a hairstylist? You reach on time, but she still have someone in the chair and she doing the hair? Tell me how you feel. Ain't nothing
Big one.
bug you more than that. You made a time with me 3:00. I'm here and someone else in the chair and I still gotta wait an hour?
Yeah.
Nobody. I paid for convenience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And this and time is one of the biggest things in this side of the world.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we even separated when we say, hold on, payment time or
bearing.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, we do.
We don't love professionalism. If I have somebody, let's just say I was a stylist and I know that I have somebody for 3 and I know my skill set and I know that I will go over, I'm not booking that person because I need to keep my values.
Yeah. But you not only doing that, but you booking me for 3. I'm there at 3 and you walking in 3:10, 3:15, 3:20.
But the thing is,
you late.
But the thing is, you ain't know what the client had to do to get there.
Right.
The client might be a single mom.
Right.
She mightn't have a car.
Right.
There's so much things to consider. So when you stand your ground as a professional, people will know you as that. So they'll start saying, buddy, let me tell you something. If you schedule money for 3, you better be there.
I am so proud that we operate on time because culturally Bahamians don't respect.
No.
We're very lax when it comes to time, right?
Yeah.
But I am so proud that our clientele, when we say the shoot is from 10 to this time,
Yeah. That's Bible.
at 10 o'clock, we already set up waiting on you to arrive. So you can't come like 10:30, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And even my clients who have known that they're going to be late or run late, they communicate that with me. They don't just show up acting like, well, like 20 minutes, what's the big deal? They come, Sherrod, I'm so sorry. I know the shoot is booked for this time. And even now with the studio, we definitely run the studio on time.
And trust me, one time, bro, listen to me. One time I double booked the studio, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I say, listen, next time you come here, all inclusive.
Yeah.
I felt so bad.
Yeah.
And that's the next thing, you know what I mean?
I remember.
If you in the wrong with your client, if you was a professional and they on time, you don't make excuses.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I felt so bad. I was like, it was the day. I didn't know that. And I was like, next time you come, all inclusive.
All inclusive.
You know what I mean?
On us.
Don't ask me no question. Whatever your next shoot is, I don't care if it's from 1 to 1.
Yeah.
Don't ask me nothing. Just tell me the date. I'll put it in. And he was like, I appreciate it, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But you like professionalism is like is scoffed on over here. You know what I mean?
Like I said, Manny, people go into business to become professional at being unprofessional.
And no, that don't work, buddy. And that's why when someone charge their price, you gotta look to see how they work.
You paying a lot. You paying for a lot more than just the product.
Just the product.
You paying for experience. You paying for know-how. You paying for, this person has the latest gear. You paying for so much more than just the product.
Yeah, and I think it's fair if we just do a sample breakdown for any clients, right? We can do a sample breakdown. It's like if we have a $10,000 budget. A $10,000 budget, $10,000 don't go to my account as net. It don't. If I have a team, which I would rather have a team because I learned that when you're a professional at one thing, you do great work. I have a friend by the name of James. He is an electrician. He's a plumber. he's a carpenter. He's amazing. And he's good. He's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always say, boy, how you do all these things? Oh, matter of fact, he's a videographer. I'm a videographer. Oh, and he worked at the Bahamas Correctional Facility. This dude bad. You know what I mean? But I would never hire him to build my house completely. Because it will take years for my house to build.
Yeah.
I'll hire him. He got to choose one. You want to be the plumber? You want to be the electrician? You want to be the carpenter? Choose one, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because
you can't do all.
When you have a team, I'm the DP. This one thing I need. I gotta get this on my chest. I will teach them.
Go ahead.
We, because of the market, we intentionally take on the work. The person that holds the camera is called a camera operator.
Big one.
The person that tells the people what to do, that's the director. It's a different hat. The person that light the scene and create the mood is the director of photography. The person that put up the lights is the grip team. The person that record the audio is the audio engineer team. The person that take out the memory cards and make sure back them up is the DIT. The person, I can go on and on, right? The person that makes sure everything is good on set and we ain't dying is the PA. The person that set up my camera is the camera assistant. You have 1 and 2, okay? Guys, and the person that makes sure everything is set on time is the production manager. Sometimes we hire all these people with the $10,000 budget.
Yeah.
You have to understand these things because we want your stuff to look high end. We ain't doing all of that.
Yeah.
I'm not doing all of that. I'm a DP. Yes, I can direct sometime and be the camera up and be the DP and set up the lights. Yes, but I prefer not to because I can hire someone who's 100% good at that. And when you see your image, you freak out.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And I'll tie it in to a football team. Everyone gives the quarterback the credit, but the quarterback didn't catch the ball.
He doesn't run. I mean, he ain't
protect himself because he have a line.
No.
He never catch the ball, but every ball that is catch is added to his yards.
Yeah.
Every ball that is catch is added to the quarterback yards. You know what I'm saying? The quarterback is praised, but it's the people around him, it's the team. Production is a team thing. Don't think you come into SL photography, True Vision, or Frame, and you say, wow, I just give them $10,000.
Yeah. But it's levels. Some people don't operate with a team, right? Some people may have one assistant. Some people may have 2. When you're talking about a full production, you're talking about like you said, your PAs, your DP, your grips, your director, your camera assistants. You have all of these different people who play different roles. And so that is reflected in the budget.
Yeah.
Along with the operating costs, along with the cost to do the job, first of all.
Right.
So again, levels, education, making the client understand your work speaking for itself, standing your ground on what you charge because you want the client to have that premium experience.
Yeah, definitely.
Or not even a premium experience. A great experience is what all goes into pricing.
Yeah.
Again, it's so basic. Like if you want the best, you have to pay for the best.
Yeah.
But what's happening in different cultures is that mediocrity is okay.
It's accepted.
It's okay. So companies are now operating where we don't need the best photographer. We don't need the best cinematographer. Let's just get Jimmy, who charging us $1,000, $2,000 less than what the top level is charging, because we don't really need all of that. We only need something done to say we had something done. Right. And so you have to combat that with work ethic. You have to combat that with quality of work.
Yeah.
And your work stands out so much that people feel like I need to hire them.
Listen, I agree with you full on, because it's something you taught me and something Kada did, and I didn't question him. When you said, hey, Manny, your logo is garbage. Boom. You give me a brand new logo. I loved it. You say, hey, you need a headshot, wear a suit. I was like, as a creative, what was I wearing a suit for? That's my, you say, just trust me.
Yeah.
I wear a suit. We did the camera. Boom. I go on to Kada. Kada say, man, you can't wear nothing dark.
Yeah.
Use a creative. Creative is color. So he chose the color for me.
Yeah.
I say, but I ain't running on with you. You know what I mean? He is a professional. He chose the color for me. When I tell Kada I need something, if Kada oppose, we ain't having no long talk.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You always look good when you get up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you know how to dress. You know what color is supposed to look good on. I trust you, right? The first reaction I got when I did those headshot, people call me the bougie videographer. They say, if you go into Manny, you better make sure that price is right.
Yeah.
And I was cheap back then.
Yeah.
It just, see the image you portray.
The imagery, yeah.
So if you hire someone to do a commercial for you and you want people to expect you're a big company or this, but you hire someone to do a phone video for you, bro, social media, y'all need to stop letting social media fool y'all.
Again, back to this, yeah.
See,
it's a gift and a curse.
It's a gift and a curse, because they follow the people that already have recognition, who could use their phone. They already have a crowd.
Yeah.
They could use their phone and do something and it explode. They already have the crowd. And plus, we have to realize our geographic location. We have to look professional all the time, because the world think we are mediocre. They have us under Latin American.
Yeah. Wow.
They have us under certain things. Is not available to us unless we put our phone or our TV on US.
Yeah,
we don't get the traction we supposed to get if we put our stuff on YouTube or TikTok.
Right.
By the way, US, Bahamas is a real place.
Yeah.
Okay? You all need to label us the Bahamas.
We are real, guys.
Yeah,
we are
and
real.
give us the traction we deserve. We have real creatives. We have real influencers doing their thing. Influencers in the Bahamas have to work double of what any American or anybody else. I feel like, I mean no harm by this, I feel like in Africa get better traction than us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Bahamians work really hard to get the 1% of what any US person could get in any one of these social things.
I hate those limitations that they put just based on where you're located, because like you say, we work twice as hard to get the same effect as other people. But yeah, Manny, it's a serious thing to navigate. But as you grow as a creative, as you grow in business and you understand the value of what you do, you understand the value of the things that you invest into your business, your operating costs, and all of this stuff that we talked about today.
Yeah.
Then it gives you more leverage. It gives you a firm understanding of, this is how I need to operate. This is how I need to change my business model so that I can not only benefit myself, but benefit the industry as well.
Right. No, that's a great way to end it. Guys, listen, follow us on all social media platforms. We need y'all. Trust me. Like we just now say, we work twice as hard to get any one of the followers that anybody else gets. So follow us, like, subscribe, comment. Let us know everything, the good and the bad. Tell us how you feel. It don't.
Yeah, the interaction is key. The engagement is key. You gotta like, you gotta subscribe, click that bell so you always know when we drop a new episode.
Right.
The podcast. It's your boy SL.
And your boy Manny Fresh.
Manny Fresh. We out here.
Yeah. Oh.
Ooh.
That was solid.
Ooh. Man, it's fighting. I feel I need to eat something. It's fighting sleep.